Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Love, Light, and Life Affirmed, your daily affirmations for self love and growth. Hi, my collective. Welcome back into the channel, you guys. So, you guys, a special shout out to you. We have hit over 10,000 subscribers, you guys, on the channel. I am super excited. I actually left a special thank you message on the channel if you want to check it out, but I just wanted to give you all of my gratitude, my appreciation for the love and support, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. All of my current followers and subscribers, welcome back in. You know, I love having you here with me. All of the incoming followers and subscribers, welcome to the fam, you guys. So, you guys, this is going to be our Inner Wisdom Oracle Compass message for the day. Let's see what you guys got going on. You know the drill. I'm just going to pull about a 6-card spread and just see what the message is for you guys. See what advice you guys might need at this time. And see what you guys are dealing with. Okay. All right, you guys. Let's see. Wow. That's some intense energy, you guys. Interesting. Huh. Wow. There's definitely a message here for us, I see. Somebody's feeling some very intense emotions because that felt pretty intense. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Somebody's not happy right now. Maybe that's something external to us. I guess we'll find out once we get the message here, huh? But that was very interesting. Okay. Give me 5 more, please. And let's see what's actually going on. Wow. That was intense, you guys. You know, I realize that doing things like this is not always going to capture the most positive energies, but we got to remain confident, right? Yes, we do. Okay. Well, let's see what we got going on here, collective. Interesting. 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 So the first message that I pulled out is confidence. Never allow anyone to try to confuse your confidence with arrogance. Confidence is a trait to be admired, not feared or punished. Absolutely. But then we have baggage. Resist being weighed down by the guilt and shame of the past. The past is exactly what it is, the past. So unpack and begin your healing. Start life anew and stop dragging the old into the new. And then we have bridges. Never forget the bridge that brought you across because it may just be the very one that will have to take you back. Be careful not to burn it. Okay, so then we have empowered, but as you guys can see, that is in the reverse. And this one says, be empowered today to take back control of your own life and your own destiny. This is in the reverse. So this is telling me that this is regarding someone who doesn't feel empowered right now. They don't feel in control of their life. They don't feel like they can take their power back at this time. And so their life may be a little bit chaotic, a little bit out of control. Yeah, They don't feel like they're headed towards their destiny at this time. Or maybe it's just a destiny that they don't really like. And then we have be yourself. Also in the reverse, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. You deserve the best. Know your worth. So this is also someone who is dealing with having a hard time being themselves. They lack confidence. They're trying to, copy other people around them because maybe they're lost. They don't really know who they are. They don't know their self-worth yet. So they're struggling with their identity and they don't feel empowered. And they don't feel empowered because they're not coming from a genuine place. They're coming from a place of trying to be like everyone else, trying to take power that doesn't belong to them because it's not their own. And then you have speak your truth in the reverse. Never be afraid to speak your truth. Stand strong, shade the ground you walk on, and never back down from your own morals and beliefs. Again, so this energy right here is someone who is having a hard time being authentic. In general, that's what I see when I look at these three messages here. Someone having a very hard time standing in their truth, being authentic, you know, speaking their truth because honestly, they don't even know what their truth is because they're trying so hard to be like everybody else or maybe someone else specific. And so they're not really feeling empowered. So this person is living in a facade while this person is finding their confidence. They're walking across the bridge to a better version of themselves. So this story seems to have two people in it. Interesting. Okay. Well, whoever I am talking to in this energy, so what from what I can tell, you have regained your confidence. You have emptied out your emotional baggage from the past. You have made a strong decision that you are ready to start your healing journey. And as you have begun doing this, you are gaining more and more confidence. You are steadily walking across a bridge that at first probably scared you to death because you didn't know if you could actually handle this journey of healing. You know, if we look at this bridge, it's a pretty long walk, and who knows how long it goes right beyond the photo. And so it seems like I'm talking to someone in this energy who is almost there. You have really put in the work, you have really unpacked a lot of the trauma, a lot of the past emotional baggage that kind of weighed you down mentally, spiritually, emotionally. A lot of that baggage that made you feel resentment and made you feel anger. You held grudges, you stopped trusting other people, because of the amount of hurt that you faced. And you have decided that you wanted to be better and not bitter anymore. And so you have unpacked this baggage. You don't plan on taking any trips anytime soon and packing up any more emotional baggage, and you are truly focusing on yourself right now. And it's a beautiful thing because you now have a smile big enough to where people can see all 32 of your teeth, and people are probably trying to figure out where this is coming from, especially if there's nothing major that's happened in your life. You haven't, bought a new house, a new car, you haven't got a new spouse or, partner. They see you being in this single confident energy, and they are confused by why you are so genuinely happy, because most of the time people need material things to make them feel fulfilled, and they don't realize that those things are not truly fulfilling to you on a soul level, because all of those things can always be taken away. That is a temporary illusion of happiness. But once you actually find your own confidence in yourself, once you figure out that you don't need a thing, a person, a place to make you happy, you can be happy in your own space, in your own energy. You can be alone but not feel alone. that is true joy. That is true peace. That is true happiness there. And whoever that message is for, congratulations, because again, it means that you make the decision to do the hard things, to do the hard shadow work, to really look within and figure out that you want it more for you. You wanted to feel better about yourself, and you've made that decision to walk that journey. For the person in this energy, I feel that you are struggling with finding your empowerment. You are struggling with finding this type of confidence. You haven't figured out how to completely be yourself and speak your truth so that you feel empowered. And maybe it's because you're afraid of being ridiculed. Maybe you're afraid of people not accepting you in your authentic energy. But that just tells me that there is shadow work needed here for you. There is things that you need to address in order to be able to open up to the ability to be more confident in yourself. And you shouldn't be afraid of it. Maybe you've again been in an environment where you've been made to feel less than amazing. And so you've tried to take on the personalities, try to take on, the energies of others that you've seen online, other people that you know that seem to have maybe their life more together. And you're realizing that it's not working because you don't feel empowered doing this. You don't feel like yourself because it's not you. In this type of situation, I want you to know that it's okay to feel less than perfect, feel less than satisfied, because like I always say, perfection is an illusion. So if that's what you're looking for, you're going to constantly be searching. But what I do want you to work on is looking within and not being fearful of what that means. If you are not ready to sacrifice maybe some people, places, and things, then you're really not ready to go on this journey. Because most of the time, when you start to try and grow, you realize the people who are truly for you and the people who are not. You truly see the ugly side of trying to grow and be better. And sadly, most people will ridicule you before they support you. Or if they support you, it's not from a genuine place. And they truly don't believe in you. So this is about you having to step up, find your own empowerment, and believe in yourself. Not expect to have 50 people in your corner as you're going through this, because you may only have one or two, if that. But if you are ready, then there will be sacrifices made. Let's see what shadow work you might need that may help you if you do decide that you're ready to step into your healing, if you are ready to start to face those hard things. Because whoever you are, I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel confident. I want you to be okay with being yourself and not feel like there's anything wrong with that. Well, let's see. Lack of awareness, missed chances and unseen risk. Seek facts and stay open-minded. Insight and opportunity. So this is about you learning about you, being aware of who you truly are in this world and the impact that you have on others around you. And it is about being conscious of the actions that you take, how they affect and impact others, and trying to ensure that whatever actions you take, the words that you say, the things that you feel about others bring a level of positivity and not negativity towards you. jumbled thoughts. The mind can make a heaven of hell and a hell of heaven. Confusion, anxiety, escape. Yes, I feel like you trying to be something other than yourself is jumbling your thoughts. It's keeping you anxious. It's keeping you confused about what direction that you truly need to be going in. And I encourage you to truly focus on what you want, who you are, what makes you smile that has nothing to do with an object. What makes you smile? What are you interested in? What makes your heart feel good, feel at ease? That is the direction that you want to go in. Journey inward. The path to enlightenment starts within you. Introspection and growth. Exactly. Take the time out to spend time with you. Stop trying to look at external factors, other people, places to tell you who you are. Only you can figure that out. You can be inspired. Of course, we're all inspired by the things around us, but you can only be uniquely you. If you're trying to heal that fear, that anxiety, that frustration, that feeling of being lost, heal through art. Express your shadows in art and let healing unfold. Creativity, expression. Maybe you need to start journaling. Maybe you need to start writing your thoughts down. Anytime you're having a moment of not feeling confident or not feeling so good about yourself, write it down. Start a journal. Keep track of where you are. Write down your inspirations. Write down your goals. Write down what where you would like to be in life, and keep that with you everywhere you go. So you never miss a moment when you have a thought, when you need to take a moment for yourself, when you are feeling like you're heading into a negative mindset, write it down and then write down how you would rather feel to redirect that thought process into something more positive. What you focus on is what you attract. And so keeping your thoughts positive only helps to bring things towards you that are truly for you. And that may be a challenge for you. So it may take a little while. You're not going to be able to be consistent with it right away, but it is worth trying if you truly want to figure out what it means to be yourself, if you truly want to feel empowered, and if you truly want to be able to speak your truth and be able to stand 10 toes down for who you are. And you deserve that. You deserve to feel that way. You don't need external factors to make you feel that way. You don't need to copy others. You don't need to be like anybody else but you. And again, be inspired by others, but don't take from others because it's not who you are. It will never be who you are. It will be a failed attempt because it's not meant for you. So, for whoever this is for, I encourage you to step into being yourself, feel empowered, looking in the mirror every single day and knowing that you are taking a journey to be the best version of you. We always root for the people we care for here on this channel. This is never about judgment. It's about giving love and support where it's needed because we could all use it. Well, all right, you guys. That's what I have for you today. I really pray that the message was able to give you some food for thought. Hopefully, the message resonated for you and is going to be helpful for you at some point in your journey. Please hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me. But until next time, collective, bye. And P.S. You got this.